Flexible spending accounts are a potentially helpful tool to use if you are working for a company that offers them, like the Walt Disney Company does offer a flexible spending account for both healthcare and for childcare. So, what is a flexible spending account? Well, it is a pre-tax savings account. So you get to save on on taxes as you're putting money into this account, which is really cool because it's one of the only vehicles that's going to allow you to save both on income taxes, but also on your Social Security and Medicare taxes as well. So it could be a pretty significant amount of savings on taxes just by putting money into a flexible spending account that you're going to use that money hopefully anyways for your healthcare costs or childcare expenses throughout the year. Now, the second thing to consider with a flexible spending account is that it is a use it or lose it account. Unfortunately, if you don't use the money by the end of the year, then you will lose it. So you have to be careful on how much money you're putting into a flexible spending account because whatever you don't use, you basically forfeit, which is nobody wants to lose money. You want to save money on taxes, but you don't want to lose money. So you have to be careful on how much money you're putting in there. And so it's good to do some thinking when you're going through open enrollment, especially if you work for the Walt Disney Company, you want to be open enrollment usually is coming up in October, November time, early November, late October, early November timeframe. So you want to think about potential healthcare expenses over the year and or child care expenses over the year, and then put that much in there, but you don't want to overfund the flexible spending account because it is a use it or lose it type account, which is different than a health savings account, which that's a different vehicle all in together. Now, there are some limitations. The third thing is that there are limitations when it comes to how much money you can put into a flexible spending account. And so you want to check the IRS guidelines for a healthcare flexible spending account. Generally, it's around $3,000 per person for 2023, and for a child care flexible spending account, it's around $5,000 for a family. So you have to be have to understand what those limitations are whenever you're signing up because you can't put more money into it than what the limitations are on those contributions. And the fourth thing that I think about is how do you use it? Make sure whenever you're using the flexible spending account, whether it's for childcare or healthcare, that you're following the IRS guidelines when it comes to the uses of that account. Now it's a pretty big list of things that you can use a flexible spending account on for both healthcare and for childcare expenses, and so you'll want to take a look at that list and but for the most part it's going to be things that you would think would be, so if you pay for daycare for your child, that's, things like that's going to be covered. Your regular doctor visits, all of that's going to be covered. But there are some unique things as well that are covered that you may be able to use the money for throughout the year. And so I hope you found that helpful. A little explainer on flexible spending accounts, how they work, and some things to think about, and some cautions as well.